What's going on, guys? It's Boy Maximum RPM coming at you with another video today, and in this video we have my 3D printed Beyblade Supercharged V8 8- Clutch Octa. I know I can see the comments now, guys. Why are you doing so many 3D printed videos recently? Well, I have been without my oldest partner and my oldest friend as far as Beyblade goes, V8, for a very long time. Shatter and Gunlock Wold have been slowly breaking down while V8 has been gone, so I haven't wanted to use them a whole lot. Toxic Rose took the channel by storm, but due to reliability issues, he keeps breaking, so I have to take it easy with him. And V6, I'm still working on getting a connection with. I've gotten V6 down pretty good, and I can finally call him on par with the rest of my Beyblades. I have finally gotten a handle on all of my Beyblades except for one. And that is still V8. He may be my oldest Beyblade as far as 3D printing goes, and I may have been with him the longest, but he is not an easy machine to get the hang of. But in this video, I've talked about V8 being incredible at spin stealing, and I'm going to show you here. Now, I already did this battle once, but I think it's time to do it again. We have Belcash 00 Bump Bearing. So, let's see how he does against the metal monster known as V8. This will be first to 3. This first battle will be both of them at a full power launch. The next battle will be V8 at a soft launch and Belcash at a hard launch. And the third round will be Belcash at a soft launch and V8 at a hard launch. And that's right, we have a tie for the first round. Alright, so V8 will be soft launched this time. I gotta have it at a semi-decent speed because V8 is very low, and once he loses balance, he starts losing the fight. So this was V8 at a softer launch. Keep in mind, I did beat Belcash last time, but I believe he was on regular 0, not 00, so he has put on a little bit of weight. And V8 has just gotten a little bit older. And V8 takes it that time. And he did half damage to Belcash. Now this time, I will soft launch Belcash. I will send him in first. If I can send him in at all once V8 cooperates. I'll give him about the same launch I did with V8. V8 going in for the attack, pushing his way into center. My dad gave me a really good idea to actually paint the V8 logo in silver, and I might actually just do that. V8 has always been black and green, so that trend is definitely not going away. However, the new one is going to be different. V8 takes it again. The score is 2-0. And for the final battle, they will both be at full power. Maybe. My launches aren't weak. I can get Bearing to move like Hold. Yep. V8, I have not missed your tricks. That's one thing. I tell you, this Beyblade works just like a real V8 engine. A Project One, I should say. Works great until it needs to. Ain't that the truth? There we go. Look at this thing go. When it works, it works. V8 is at 2 points, and Belcash is at 0. I almost said Rose. Everyone's going to be like, oh, do Dust Belcash. Dust Belcash Belcash, my god, English sucks. And I could put the Zone Lunar chip in it, but just don't want to. Ah! 2-1. Got an interesting battle here. It appears V8 is not going down without, or Belcash is not going down without a fight. And V8 is still playing this game. That game got old the first time you did it, V8. Now I get it. I occasionally reuse the same jokes, but V8 uses this. He's like a bad comedian. He does the same joke that nobody likes over and over again. But everyone still loves him. Because for some odd reason, he's funny every time. I love V8. But yeah, like I said, Big Block V8 is actually going to stray from the typical black and green color scheme. Oh! 2-2. We got ourselves a battle. This might be good. Slow spin V8. I slow spun Belcash last time, so I'll slow spin V8 this time. It really comes down to luck and how much contact they get at the very end of the battle. V8, supercharged V8 is what you want against left spin. Regular V8 is what you want against right spin. And god dang it, Belcash took it. Well, there you guys have it. Did half damage to Belcash. Again. So, well, there's food for thought, guys. So, Supercharged V8 is no Geist Fafnir. But, for being both a defense type and using non-meta parts, we get pretty far. Like I said, guys, Supercharged V8 is not a Beyblade to be overestimated. A lot of people overestimate V8, and I'm not trying to sell him short here. He is a fantastic Beyblade. He's very quirky. And there's no one who knows how to use him right. I'm still trying to figure it out. There is a style, there is a way, and I'm getting very close to figuring out what that style and way is. The problem is, I treat all of my Beyblades like attack types. I'm a defense guy, but I use all that weight in defense to my advantage. And whenever I try to stop doing that and use V8 like a defense type, that's when his performance drops off. V8 is a defense type, but he needs to be run like an attack type. He is a defense type like no other. You can compare him to no other Bay. And between the original and this version, they're polar opposites. I can't even begin to think of what Big Block will be like, considering how he actually has a gimmick other than Octolock. The new V8 does not have Octolock, he has Block Lock, which will be explained in the video when Big Block V8 comes out. So, I just want to say, I have the driver, I have the files for it. Once I get my laptop, I will slice the files. Then I will print out the driver. The layer is still in the development process. We have the basic idea of what we want. Now we just need to tune it. And the interesting thing is, the person that I'm working with has wanted to help me with V8 for a very long time. And I finally said yes because he came out with a gimmick that I originally wanted from the beginning. But here's the best part about the new V8. It has a system. V8 I have always qualified as being a single layer. V6, Toxic Rose, and Shatter I consider single layers. Gunlock Wolg is part of the switch frame system. V8 has his own system, which is Octalock. He's the only Beyblade that has it. But I still consider him a single layer. The new V8 is a God layer, but not a God layer like you guys have ever seen before. No, because you all know I don't do what everyone else does. And the creators that I am working with understand that perfectly. I still need to design the frame, so I have come up with pretty much all of the designs for my Beyblade, but I let the people who are working on it with me stretch their creativity, and I want them to throw their own personal twist on it. And if it's not what I like, then I will simply say, hey, let's change this just a little bit. That's how me and Chad made V6. I sent him a picture. He made it. I said, can we do this? And he tweaked it pretty much to how I wanted. That way we had, I wanted to go for mainly aesthetic. He wanted to go for performance. So we met in the middle, something aesthetically pleasing that has performance. The new V8 is my idea, but that creator's design, and it played in to my design, because I always had an idea for it, but I never knew where I wanted it to go. Now I do. And I gotta say, I have had the pleasure of working with these two creators very closely, and it has been an absolute joy. V8, I want to be more of a project Beyblade to work with others with. That's what mechanics do. They work with other people. V6, that one I want to evolve on my own, but I want to keep the ritual of V8 having, of me hand-picking the people that work with me. And I want to work with a lot of people, actually. But I have run out of time for this video, guys. So, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification so you get all of my videos, because I upload daily. And as always, I hope this video makes your day just a little bit better. Live life to the max, and stay awesome.